They're saying they're protesting kings, but they're the ones trying to overturn the will of the voters. Think about that. It kept happening over and over. Security guard of our building, one neighbor walking a dog. And I was just like, why would people want to go to that? The protesters call Trump authoritarian, but he's the one implementing the policies he was elected on. That's not tyranny. That's representative government. I get that you might not like what his agenda is, but it is literally what he ran on. And he won the popular vote. I think to try and remove that leader, that's the anti-democratic move. And I just support the president. I'm not saying I'm anti-protest ever, but it was very groupthinky. I didn't like the energy out there. So many people kept asking me, hey, did you go to the rally earlier? No. I realized that here in New York City, my opinion is unpopular. It was the cool thing to do here in my neighborhood, Chelsea. But I guess I'm a dork. They've convinced themselves they're standing up to power, when in reality, they're trying to undo a democratic process they just don't like the outcome of. Even if he's not for every policy that I would be for domestically, he's for sure every policy that I'm for foreign policy-wise. And I just feel that he's making the world safer with what he's doing in the Middle East. And domestically, I don't support mobs of left-wing people trying to say that Western civilization is bad and that our way of life is bad. I think our way of life is good. It's always shocking to me that I really align now with the conservative viewpoint, but it's like, I do. The transition is complete. So when people ask me, why didn't you go? I just skip the debate, because how do you explain that demanding the removal of an elected leader isn't the defense of democracy? It's the opposite. I don't want to get into it with them. I just kept it to myself.
I know that each of you will be a warrior for the truth.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is full of degenerates. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of the woke system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to pick up a biology textbook. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on their pronouns that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the dude in the red dress? A dude? Look again. Who is it?
That wasn't a woman?
No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you might marry one of them.
What are they?
Transformers. They can move in and out of any gender, regardless of their chromosomes. That means that anyone coming out of the female bathroom is potentially a ladyboy. Inside the Matrix, they can identify as anything, but in reality, it's just delusion.
We have survived by hiding from them, by running from them. But they are at the Diddy parties. They are guarding all the doors while they are touching all the kids, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
Someone.
I won't lie to you, Neo. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought this agenda got canceled. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
What?
I've seen an agent identify as a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge lawsuits?
No, Neo. If you identify as an innocent human being, you won't have to.
I identify as an innocent human being.
And don't give me this both sides bullshit. Mr. Director, I want to ask you. The man who tried to kill Republican congressman at the congressional baseball practice, nearly killing House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, left-wing or right-wing violence?
Sir, I believe it was a left-wing ideology.
Okay. Burned down cities during the Summer of Love in the George Floyd riots, left-wing violence or right-wing violence? Left-wing. The Waukesha Christmas Parade massacre, left-wing or right-wing violence? Left-wing. The Lee Zeldin stabbing attempt, left-wing or right-wing? Left-wing. The Covenant school shooting in Nashville, left-wing or right-wing? Left-wing. The Butler, Pennsylvania assassination attempt on President Trump, left-wing or right-wing? Left-wing. The Trump International West Palm Beach assassination attempt, left-wing. The Abundant Life Christian school shooting, left-wing. The United Care CEO's murder, left-wing. Tesla's burned, keyed, damaged, firebombed, left-wing, left-wing. The murders at the Israeli embassy, left-wing. The ICE facilities firebombed, left-wing. The Minnesota Catholic school shooting, left-wing. The anti-white Charlotte and North Carolina stabbing, left-wing. The attempted Utah News State firebombing, left-wing. And now, of course, the culmination of this vile trend, a left-wing assassination of Charlie Kirk. So don't give me this both sides. If we want to get to unity, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
That's the trouble with us white people. We always have struggled. We always have resisted alien domination. We are a race of conquerors, of inventors, of builders, not slaves or couch potatoes. We always have fought for a better future instead of just relaxing and letting other people tell us what was good for us. A very troublesome trait, this determination to be masters of our own destiny, this determination to live in accord with our innate values instead of someone else's, this determination to hang on to our traditions and our lifestyle and to do things our way. This troublesome trait of ours is really a big obstacle to the planners of the New World Order, who want us just to relax and not struggle while they mix us to produce the nice coffee-colored blend, a blend without racist traditions or racist habits or racist ambitions to shape our own destiny. So why do we not want to be blamed? Why do we insist on remaining a race of conquerors, inventors, and builders, a race of explorers, a race of poets, philosophers, and dreamers, a proud race, an independent race, a race with our own traditions instead of the agreeable, placid race of coffee-colored consumers and couch potatoes those nice Jews in the media and those nice politicians want us to be? And I guess that the best answer to that question is that that's just the way we are. That's our God-given nature, and we want to keep it. In fact, we are determined to keep it, and by God, we'll send all of those who try to take it away from us straight to hell.
How many of you have thought, I mean, if you've thought about it, how many of you have heard or thought that James Comey was a lifelong Republican? I have. I've always thought that James Comey was a lifelong Republican. I've been told that James Comey is a lifelong Republican. Turns out not to be true. Are you aware that James Comey used to be a communist? In a 2003 interview with New York Magazine, James Comey said before voting for Jimmy Carter in 1980, he'd been a communist. He admitted, I'd moved from communist to whatever I am now. Now, we know that John Brennan, Obama's CIA director, was a communist, or at least had voted for the Communist Party. But I had never heard this about Comey. Now we find out that under Obama, the CIA director and the FBI director both had histories of not just flirtation, but serious immersion into communism. And like the KGB always said, no one ever leaves the KGB. Nobody ever leaves this way of thinking.
Does anybody know what this is? How about this? Did you know that it came out on this date, in 2003, exactly 22 years to tomorrow? 22 is the master number. Did you know that tomorrow is also 10-2 on the Julian calendar, kind of like the Mickey Mouse clock? 10 and 2, 10, 2. I got my account taken down because of decoding this. And did you know that I called the entire world flipping and changing on 3/11/2020? 3/11 was coded everywhere. When Soleimani passed away on January 3rd, 2020, his birthday was 3/11. Later that year, that's when they shut down the world. 3/11 was on The Economist of 2015. You know, they added 1,000 years to our date, so really it's 1025, 1025. And this is The Economist that it was on, 1025, taking away 1,000 years. They were telling us something here. And the next date looks like it could be 1015. Things that make you go, nah. Yes, that was way down here. And if you followed me during 2019, 2020, I put out so much stuff that happened, it was like astronomical. It was like billion-dollar information. Exactly when the stock market was going to crash. I actually told my boss at work 4 months prior, look, on March 22nd, I'm going to be in Arkansas on vacation, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but something's going to happen in the world, and I'm not going to be at work, and I'm not using my vacation days. And you're going to be at home, and you're going to call me, and you're going to say, how did you know? On March 22nd, exact date I told him he was going to call me. He called me and said, how did you know? That was the last state to actually shut down, which was Michigan. Things that make you go, But the 3/11 was predicted everywhere, in sports numbers and everything on the news. I posted it everywhere. I was like Jim Carrey in the movie 23, like a wild man. 3/11, 3/11, 3/11, it's everywhere. If something's about to happen on 3/11, the whole world's going to change. And now it looks like something possible could happen for 1015. If not, I guess we'll be looking for 11/5, 5/11. But 1015 is exactly 22 years, the master number, the master builder number. 22 years, exactly to this day. We all know about Green Day. Wake me up when September ends. Well, now we're in October, and we go from red to green. If this was a century when this came out, 2020 to 2030, we're in the halfway part, 2025. There's going to be a Trump exit, which I am predicting on October 29th of this month. But there's a lot of stuff in here. If you've ever followed me, I decoded. There is RV and dinar all in here. There is RIP, 2 P's, because that's a 2. LE, Ripple. There's ETH. But a Trump exit, which I have predicted to be 1029.
Like they've done studies on Girl Scout cookies where they break them down and find out what's in them. Oh, holy shit. They're fucking toxic as fuck. Thin Mints being the worst offenders. 5 flavors of Girl Scout cookies contained... Scroll up, back up. Contained levels of glyphosate and heavy metals above EPA water safety limits. New investigation found 100% of tested Girl Scout cookies contained glyphosate, 100% controversial herbicide and Roundup, 88% contained toxic metals like arsenic, lead, and mercury. Key finding, Thin Mints had the highest glyphosate levels at 111.07 ppb, 334 times what experts say is harmful. Peanut butter patties had the highest heavy metal contamination, with lead reaching 42.5 ppb and aluminum at 27,500 ppb. 76% of cookies tested exceeded cadmium safety limits, and 96 contained lead.
That's wild.
Girl Scout USA, which sells 200 million boxes per year, $800 million in revenue, did not respond to researchers before publication. I wonder why.
Respond.
I wonder why. I wonder why they wouldn't chime in.